Good morning, dear students. Here in this third part of class 7th, chapter 1st, we are going to discuss about the animal tissue. Previously, we have discussed already about the epithelial tissues, areolar tissues, and now we are going to discuss about the muscular tissue and the nerve tissue. In this session, you can see I have divided this animal tissue into its part muscular tissue. This muscular tissue is further divided into stripped and unstripped and cardiac. So this is going to be the first, second and then third one. Okay. Stripped type of connective tissue is voluntary in nature. It means it depends on our will. On our will. It will be present in our face and many other parts of our body on the skin. The character by which it can be recognized is this. It is having some dark and light bands. Dark and light bands. So this is going to be the light band and this is going to be the dark band. Okay? So stripped muscular tissues are voluntary in nature, present on the body and face, and then they are having light and dark bands. Okay, they are the three characters of these stripped muscular tissues. On the other hand, unstripped muscular tissue is involuntary in nature. Involuntary is involuntary in nature. Involuntary means it doesn't depend on our will. It is automatically working. Okay? All our internal organs are made up of this type of tissue. Because our internal organs are not dependent on our will. Nobody can regulate the beat of heart according to the brain. Heartbeat is normal and because it is an internal organ. However, heart is made up of some other type of tissue, but I am taking its example for your understanding only. Third thing, the structure of unstripped tissue. They are spindle shaped. They are spindle shaped. No any light and dark band is there. Spindle shaped. Then cardiac tissue. The most important thing about the cardiac tissue, I will tell you, it is again going to be involuntary. And you see, this is not branched, neither this is branched, but cardiac tissues are branched. Cardiac tissues are branched. So this is going to be the cardiac tissue. This is going to be the cardiac tissue. Number one is involuntary. Number two, branched. Number 3, what we are going to say, these cardiac tissues are present only on the wall of the heart. No any other part of the body they are present. They are only present on in the wall of the heart. In the wall of the heart. Now I am going to discuss about the most important. However, this cardiac tissue asked this so many times. So see this also. Now I am going to discuss about the nerve tissue. As you know, various stimulations, various impulses in the form of written, by expression, and so many ways are here by which we are getting impulses. We are getting impulses. These impulses are going in our brain, and then we are acting. We are acting according to the stimulus given to us. These tissues are called as nerve tissue. The smallest unit of a nerve tissue is a neuron. Is a neuron. One neuron is made up of, you see this type of structure. This is the structure of a neuron. You know, this diagram is very important. This diagram is very, very important. So, please practice it at your home. See here, this is the first part of this neuron, that is known as cyton. That is known as cyton. And just below this, you can see this part. This is known as axon. This is known as axon. And the posterior most part is called as telodendria. Telodendria. Okay? So what we have studied? We have studied that one neuron is made up of cyton and axon. The terminal part of axon consists of knob-like structure. Do you mean about the knob? See, this is a door. No? And for opening and closing the door, we are having a knob-like structure. So the same knob-like structures are there, and they are known as telodendria. They are known as telodendria. Further, you see, this cyton consists numerous branches. Numerous branches. These branches are known as dendrite. These branches are known as dendrite. Okay? However, this axon is covered by a sheath called myelin sheath. Myelin sheath. And you can see here they are called nodes. They are called nodes. Nodes. However, its name is nodes of Ranvier. Nodes of Ranvier. Finally, this axon is terminating into knob-like structure called telodendria. This is the entire structure of one neuron. Now our question is this: how these neurons are attached with each together, and when they are attached, how the information is being passed from one neuron to another neuron. You see this linear diagram I made. Suppose if this is the cyton, and this is going to be the axon, this is going to be the axon. So the telodendria of first neuron will be attached with the dendrite of another cyton. Dendrite of another cyton. You can see the telodendria is attached with the dendrite of another cyton. Clear? Here in between this telodendria and the dendrite, there will be a gap. This gap is known as synapse. This way of attachment provide basis for passing of the information from one neuron to another neuron, and then finally it reaches to the central nervous system. So my dear students, this is the first lesson. We have completed this lesson. Till then, thank you very much. I will come with my another video. Till then, thank you very much.